So, your first days on the job, like walking in, knowing, not even talking about who you're replacing or who you know who was the guy who was before you,
Right?
Just you, Joe Davis, walking in.
Yeah.
What was that like, knowing the pressure, or knowing the magnitude of the job that you have at such a young age?
So I think with the Dodger job, it was important for me not to get. I mean, you didn't say it, but Vince Scully, the guy that has been in the chair for 67 years, if I got too caught up in the fact that I was the one following him, it was going to be impossible.
I don't know too many linebackers over like 35. So just for this hypothetical, let's just say you get signed and you play for 5 years, right? Mm-hmm. Would you trade that 5 years for like in 35 years from now, like 65, 70? You have memory loss and issues like that. As somebody out of the league right now, would you trade the 5 years in the NFL, like as a player? You know what I'm saying? You starting, or saying you in rotation, you playing, whatever, and whatever that 5 years gives you, whether it's 3 Super Bowls or 5 years of 4-12. Like, would you think you would like take that deal?
I don't think I would, man, because I have 2 girls, man, and I can't go through that. I mean,
has LeBron James experienced the same type of racial subjugation as other people,
No.
as less privileged people?
No.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Of course not. Yes.
Now, I don't know what it's like to be the best player in the NBA. I don't know what it's like to have gone
in the world.
I just don't know. I don't know what it's like to be at that pedestal and what types of pitfalls come with that. I know what it's like to be me.
Right.
And I know what it's like to talk to people who have no reference or point of reference as to why people feel the way they feel when things that you feel are racially motivated, and they push back and say, "Well, why? I don't see that in my world. That's not real to me." But LeBron is real in everybody's world.
Right.
Colin Kaepernick is real in everybody's world.
Well,
I'm just saying, you see these players that they're broadcast across the country. Everyone sees it, and when you have a moment like that, and it's not necessarily it's not taking advantage of being a victim of something like that. Because while you can argue whether or not the effect it had on his life and his family, there's no arguing whether or not he was a victim of vandalism, crime, hate crime.
He was, period.
So I don't want to say he's like weaponizing his victimhood or something like that, but definitely shining a light to show you that, look, these things happen. Like, yeah, it's not costing him anything but to paint to scrub his house back. But that could be something that shows somebody, oh, well, you know what? Maybe when I'm looking at this predatory housing loan, or looking at this, these red line districts, I see this. You know what? Maybe this is racism. Because, and I don't want to just say, I don't want to say just because somebody saw that somebody painted the N-word on LeBron's house, they may take that and say, oh, maybe in this instance is racism. But if you highlight that racism exists and racism happens, because right now that's what we're arguing is does racism exist?
Racism definitely exists, and it exists.
How many pairs of 495 Jordans have you seen in the store?
Not in the store.
Because I haven't seen any.
Not in the store, but if you go on eBay right now, resale
so who's
value.
to say the resale value of the ZL2s?
Oh, come on, Martin.
Have you seen Martin? Have you seen those shoes?
Have you seen the shoes? How do you feel? We talked about the shoe.
These are some ugly ass shoes.
I've seen a whole bunch of ugly ass Jordans.
Right.
I'm just saying.
Nobody's gonna buy that.
No, but in all seriousness though, like, all of it is for the publicity.
Right.
And like, because you'll have people like me who will say that, because I get it. Like, I don't have any problem with it.
But I think that he's putting undue stress on Lonzo, him having not played a day on, him having not bounced a ball in the NBA. And I think that there's a way to do it. I think he could have capitalized better on the other end, as opposed to before he's even played.
Now, what do you mean on the other end?
After you played and done something in the league, who's to say that Lonzo might not get demoted to the NBDL?
And that's why you got to do it now.
Okay, well, you sold 300 pairs of shoes on your first day, and
guess what? If he got demoted to the NBDL, they would sell no shoes.
Listen.
So he made $150,000 yesterday, or 2 days ago.
First of all, 250 of those pairs are bought by family and agents, I'm sure, and then the other 50.
That's a whole lot of money.
You're asking a lot. You're asking a lot of Or my mama's, to be honest with you. That's a lot of money to be asking for your family.
He wishes that Lonzo had a backbone and could stand up to his dad once and for all. Gamer Girl says
He's still a kid.
He's a baby. What? Go ahead.
Who knows that Lonzo's not with all. I mean, if I was an 18-year-old kid and my dad is telling me, listen, you can get this check from Nike right here, right now.
Yeah.
Or you can potentially make, who knows, unlimited amounts of money.
Yeah.
Like, if Big Baller Brand takes off, they have to pay no one.
Okay.
Everything is coming right into Chino Hills.
Well, I think the idea of it is good. The
That's what
idea
I'm
of
saying.
big ball,
Like,
it's
it's
great.
like-
It's just that
and
he's
then-
so
and then-
effing annoying with
Look,
it.
here's the thing that nobody
Yeah.
wants to talk about. Let's say Lonzo, which realistically he's going to be a reasonable player, like
Yeah.
low ceiling, he'll score 15 points a game. He'll be he'll get extended on his rookie deal. If Big Baller Brand doesn't work
barring
out,
no injuries and barring no demotions, but go ahead.
Honestly, if he gets hurt, he's definitely going to get extended on his rookie deal.
Okay.
But if he gets out there and can't play, then he can't play. But in the event that he can, which is probably a safe bet because he's going to be a top 3 pick. In 2-3 years, Big Baller Brand doesn't work out. Guess what? He can go right back to Nike, Adidas, Under. Or they're gonna blackball him because
Nah, they wouldn't blackball him.
absolutely not.
This week's Shop Talk, we got D, Reef, Dave, and Tico. Earlier this week, Rob said he's certain the Cleveland Cavaliers are winning the NBA Finals. Dave, what you think about that?
I personally think the winner of the West is coming out of it. Cleveland, they're a good team. They're playing well, but once they start unraveling, they unravel. That's for sure.
I mean, have you seen Cleveland play this year? They ran through Detroit. I mean, come on. You can't really think that a team like Cleveland's going to take it home, right?
True. They're coming out of the East. They play Detroit. I love Detroit, obviously. They put up a good battle, but they're playing Detroit, Atlanta, maybe Miami without Chris Bosh, so I think they got a pretty easy road to the finals.
Now, D, you think Cleveland's going to win, huh?
Absolutely.
Tell me why.
Well, last year they went to the finals with LeBron without anybody. So now you telling me that they're healthy, Kyrie's healthy, Kevin Love's healthy, and they're not going to the finals, and they're not going to win the finals?
That was last year. You didn't have Golden State playing with it, breaking regular season records. You didn't have the Spurs playing the way they're playing. Reef, who you got coming out?
Spurs all day, baby. We're going to win it. We're going to take it. Lamarcus Aldridge, he looked good with the left hand. Come on, it's our year. It's our time. Let Tim go out with a ring. That's it.
I got to say, I'm feeling the Spurs, too, because, I mean, I know they're mad old, but when you see LaMarcus Aldridge putting up 30-something points a game in the playoffs, Tico, I mean, come on. Who you going with?
I like the Spurs, but I'm going with Golden State. 73-9. Come on, man. Cleveland Cavaliers, they're not going to do it. I'm going to do what Rob saying, not this year. You know what I'm saying?
No way, no how.
No way, no how. But definitely Golden State, man, they got something to prove, especially with that record. Even though Stephen Curry is a little bit hurt, but he's going to come back for the finals and dominate.
Concerned about the Warriors is that Steph Curry injury. I'm thinking it's whoever comes out of the West. Like, you know,
I mean, it sounds good, but I'm definitely going to go with Golden State. That's what I'll go with.
I mean, you got Rob saying Cleveland's going to win. They looked real good this postseason already, but it seems like here people are more concerned with the Western Conference final winner. Time will tell.